what your takeaway is from a summer of listening to your constituents, voters across the country, and even from watching events unfold south of the border in those campaigns. What's your takeaway in terms of your own way forward?
Well, certainly, I think, and I think sometimes we borrow a little too much in our political rhetoric from the U.S. We have our own political dynamic here that is not necessarily readily comparable to the U.S. I know a lot of eyes are focused on the U.S. election. I'll focus a little more on what Canadians are saying. I spoke to the postmaster in an office in his riding the other day, and what she wants to see is a country and a leader with vision, and someone with solutions and not someone with slogans. Anyone can come up with cheap slogans, but people actually have to come up with a vision for the country. We've set Canada on a course coming out of COVID where we have dealt squarely with issues around affordability that no country situated similarly like us has been able to escape, whether that's robust positioning on daycare, whether that's making sure that Canadians can make ends meet with a child benefit. Those are staples of what we have been putting forward. Canadians want to see more of that, and they want to see a Prime Minister that cares about his country and doesn't spend his time shooting his mouth off. If you look at the opposition in Pierre Poilievre, this is a guy who spent the last 20 years cashing a Government of Canada paycheck. What is the one thing that guy's ever done in the one job that he's ever held in the House of Commons? And no one can nail that. He throws out a lot of slogans, but sure, anyone can throw out a slogan. Cut the crap, shut your yap. I could shoot that off all day. But it's not something that I really want to be seen as, but that's how he's seen, as someone that just throws out all this garbage. And that postmaster that I spoke to, she sees through that crap, and she keeps telling me that. And I don't know if she's a liberal or not. I bought some of the farm eggs that she was selling for $5 a crate, but it's kind of neat to see people kind of cluing on to the fact that they want to see more in a leader than just garbage slogans. They want to see concrete actions, and anyone that wants to be the Prime Minister of this country has to have a vision for Canada, and I think the Prime Minister is doing a great job in making sure that he's reflecting what Canadians are saying and hearing.
Donda and Ashley, I've been reflecting on the summer on personal tax in politics. I don't know if you know that there was a very nasty car parked outside of my house for over 6 weeks that was affiliated with, it was definitely Conservatives. They would switch their cars every 3-4 days to comply with bylaws, hateful slogans on the car. The police did their job. That car's no longer there, but we've got rising rhetoric in this country that is putting at risk good people being in politics, and we're in full recruitment mode. I want to see excellent people of all genders, of all races and backgrounds in politics, and I think we all have a responsibility to make sure that we're letting people know that this is a noble profession, that we're here in the service of Canadians, and I want to make sure that hopeful, optimistic sentiment of Canadians continues, because Canadians are hopeful people. And look, I got to say it because I've been watching this summer, and Sean's a good-looking guy, but I got to tell you, the obsession that Pierre Poilievre has with this guy is just weird. And I don't know what's on with that, but enough already. And quite frankly, let people do their jobs. He's the best housing minister we've had in a generation, and quite frankly, I think you're going to see us build more housing than ever before, because that's the plan that we've laid out, and Sean's at that helm. And I think we got to talk with people on the doors, like I've been doing all summer. What do they want? They want more childcare. What do they want? They want Jasper rebuilt, and they want it rebuilt properly for the future. That's what I'm hearing in Alberta and Western Canada, and I'm very hopeful and optimistic about this next election with the leader we have, with the team we have, to make a case to Canadians that there is more work left to be done on their behalf.
How do you know the Conservatives were behind that car?
Because the person that had it had a Conservative sign on the actual decals that were inside his car. He literally took an Axe the Tax sign, Conservative Party, put it on the inside of his window, and there was other hateful rhetoric on the car as well.